Okay, Action Matters, we back at it. We out here with a young lady. Talk to us. How we doing? Who we with?
I'm okay.
What's your name?
Ashley.
Ashley. And how old are you, Ashley?
I'm 36.
36. Ashley, you have any kids?
Yes, I do.
How many kids
I have
are
5 kids.
You have 5 kids. Okay, so just for the people that don't know, Ashley is actually an update. Ashley is one of our first interviewees, and we're checking back in with her, trying to see how she do. So Ashley, talk to us. How's it been since the last time we got up?
It's still hard out here. I mean, every day I have people that try to beat me up or whatever because I stand out here for a couple hours. Like they stand out for a couple minutes, get money, and run away. I have to make enough to keep a roof over my head, and I'm trying to make money too to support my kids because I go see my kids, and my daughter has a baby down in New York, so I send her money a lot of times.
So you have 5 kids.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me clarify this. Am I hearing it right? Do they kind of jockey for position out here?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so it's like
battle.
time slots. It's a battle.
It's a battle, yeah.
Okay, so we're trying to move on from that.
Yeah.
So what's been going on since the last time we got out?
I keep applying for jobs, and it's hard because I get really frustrated. I got a job at Burlington Coat Factory, and they turned me down because of my criminal record. I tried to get a job at Wendy's, and they freaking I don't know, and hire me. I don't know why. I guess because I worked there when I was 16 and I had messed up before, and then I also just had a job turn me down. I was supposed to be for an airbrush artist at Hershey Park. They were going to teach me to be an airbrush artist, and they turned me down because of my criminal record as well.
So let me ask you this: how's things been going with that disability? Did you follow up with that?
I did. It's just even when I get it, I'm in an appeal process because they tried to say I wasn't disabled anymore because I was trying to work and do that because they were only giving me $600. I'm still going to college. I'm still doing online classes. And so still sticking with that financial aid for that. But I'm going to University of Phoenix for elementary education, and I'm going to Unity Environmental University. I'm in my 3rd semester for marine biology. I take them online. I go to the library to do my classes. That's why I'm not.
Okay, so that's excellent. We see that there's some consistency.
Yeah,
there.
and I tried though. I got really frustrated last week though and depressed because I went up to the career training center up in Carlisle to try to do their nurses aid training because I was going to nurses aid classes before, but they basically deterred me and almost told me that I'm wasting my money going to college because I'll never be anything because of my criminal record, and it's very...
Well, don't let that deter you. It's all a bunch of nonsense.
And I'm getting really frustrated. I almost want to write a letter to my legislator about I have a criminal record, okay, yes, I fucked up, I don't have a driver's license, I can't get a driver's license until I'm 7 years old, I need some kind of programming to help people who have criminal records.
Well, I think that is a good step to take.
Or or a housing thing. I can't get public housing. Everybody says get an apartment or get a job. I want those things, and it's really hard for me to get jobs that I can do with my disability because I can't get those jobs because of my criminal record, or I can't get housing, public housing. They turn me down because they say I have criminal. And I know I did it to myself. You don't have to tell me
right.
I beat myself up over it. You know what I mean?
What we want to do is we want to stay on board with the education.
Yeah.
Because you're doing the schooling thing, and that's excellent.
I'm just worried that I won't be able to use it though.
Well, ultimately, that's going to open doors for you. Don't let that deter you. Don't let your background deter you. We all have backgrounds.
Yeah.
Some are just known, others are not.
Yeah.
Okay? But moving past that, how's the kids doing?
Wonderful.
When was the last time you saw the kids?
Baby. I just was down seeing my daughter yesterday. She called me and I was out in traffic actually, and I left and went down to see her because she called me. She needed help with the baby, and he's 6 months old now, her son, and he's wonderful. Me and her had we went and got made some food at her place where she's staying at the group home, and we had a good, nice visit, and I took care of the baby for a while for her so she could rest because she's still in high school. She's graduating in May, so excited. And then I was supposed to see my son Gavin today, but he was really sick, so I didn't want to bring him out anywhere or have a visit with him in the park. So
okay, awesome, awesome. So Ashley, as we move on, let's talk about substance abuse. Where are we at with that?
I'm
Let's
still
be honest.
clean.
You know that?
I'm still clean, and I don't have no desire to go back to it. And I mean, I've finally starting to get out of the nostalgia that you're still on drugs. Because even after you get clean, it's like a nostalgia where everybody always thinks you're on drugs. And a lot of people think that I stand out here to get drugs because I stand here so many hours. But I actually stand here to get a room because there's no shelters. And I even called Help Ministries last week again to see if there was any shelters. So I got frustrated with standing out here and there's nothing.
Okay, so how much sobriety do we have?
So I got clean in 2020, so almost 5 years. So it'll be March.
5 years.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Keep that in front of you. Yep. And so, I know you spoke about some things that's been going on out here. What's like? Have you been involved in anything as of recent?
Yeah, I got punched in the face about a week ago last week, and that's the sad thing. I called the cops and like they charged the guy. He punched me in the face and then kicked me while I was on the ground. And then they said that it was a harassment charge. And I'm like, how is that harassment? That should be assault. You know, he just came up. I'm standing in traffic, stood in front of me, and then I said something to him, and he just punched me in the face. And then, like, I had some guy yesterday threaten me. And it gets hard out here sometimes because it's like a battle. You know, people get mad at me. A lot of panhandlers get mad at me because I stand out here for so long. And then it's like, and I have costs and fines from the stuff that I, you know, was under, like when I used to stand here before and I was on drugs one time, a cop came up to me, I had a warrant, and I didn't know for a fine.
Right.
And he found a bag of dope on me, of course, because I was on dope. And so I'm still paying those fines. I have driving without a license and things, and I'm still paying those. And I
So
still
let me ask
some
you
cops
this.
stop me sometimes and give me those harassment for that stuff. You know,
Well,
like
you
they'll
gotta-
arrest me, take me to booking. They took me to booking about a week ago, and then they released me the same night. But I had to like get a payment determination here. I'm actually going to the DJ tomorrow to try to set up a payment. And I'm like, how do you expect me to pay this when I can't even pay everything else that I have? You know what I mean? Like,
Right, and those are the vices that you know
Hold me back.
daily life.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: where'd you sleep last night?
so I panhandle to make enough for a hotel room, or I stay with my friend. I actually stayed last night overnight down in New York at the overnight shelter that they had because I was down there seeing my daughter. She lives in New York, so.
Okay.
But tonight I'm gonna try to get enough for a hotel room. Yeah, so
That's
why I'm
the
out here.
goal tonight.
Yeah, tonight.
Okay, so
I
hold
just
on.
started a little bit ago.
Let's back up for a minute real quick for the people that don't know. Where are you from?
I'm actually I grew up in Mechanicsburg actually, and I'm actually from here though. I've been here the last couple of years living. I used to live with my dad, and then he lost his house and stuff in Mechanicsburg, so then we moved over here to Harrisburg, and we were renting a room, but then he went into assisted living, and I'm over here, and so it's hard. And,
Okay. So, apart from your schooling, education, because I see you imbued in that, and that's awesome. What else have you been doing to try to combat this situation?
well, like I said, I've been trying to sign up for as many programs as I can. I just had my case management unit refer me to like OVR, and
you should qualify for
the
OVR.
YWCA. They have like a Work for Success program. She's trying to refer me to that.
Okay.
Like I said, I went up to the Career Training Center. I signed up for their Source Save class on the 28th. I'm going
Right.
to take that and get my certification for that. And like I said, I went up there trying to get the nurse's aid, but they won't let me do it because of my felony.
Well, I have some
retail
training
theft.
course resources that I
Yeah.
give you here
Yeah.
that you can look into.
So I'm willing to do whatever. Like even if somebody has a job, like they come up to me and they're like, "We're willing to give you a chance." Like I'm willing to take that chance. You know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely. This is what we plan to have you connect with the people.
yeah.
Because
Some guy offered me to go to his house and clean rooms, but he had no phone number. He said he wanted me to come into his house, and I didn't feel comfortable because I'm a girl and I don't want to get raped.
well,
and
you know, you have to. Well, speaking of that, have you been through any sexual trauma lately?
Yes.
Okay, talk
Not
about that.
recently, but like I said, when I was on drugs, like I had situations where people would tell me, "Oh, you can stay in my house, and you can rent a room." The one guy I was renting a room from told me I could rent a room in his house. Renting a room, and then the guy like basically came into my room in the middle of the winter, and it was snowing, and he was like, "If you don't sleep with me, you're gonna have to get out." And like basically, you know, I had to sleep with him to, you know, have a room to stay in. My boyfriend and I caused a whole bunch of stuff between me and my boyfriend last time, and so
Yeah, I think we spoke. So as of recent, nothing.
not recent. I get solicited all the time. Like I have a bunch of weirdos.
Right.
Like the
You're
other
gonna
day,
get
there
that.
was a guy behind the sign that was like came to me and was like, "Load job for $20." I'm like, "Are you serious? Like,
Yeah,
go
I mean-
away!" Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
And I do get scared sometimes, like, you know, because guys will come up to me and like say things. I try not to dress real sexy.
Right. So
Sexy
actually,
out here.
this is the thing, right?
Yeah.
Considering all that go on out here, which you're well familiar with, the goal should be to try to get from out here. Okay.
It
and
is.
a start would be you're doing the schooling thing.
Yeah.
Okay, you're on the right track. You know. Have you tried any work from home? Type of
I tried looking online one time, like Google had this thing, but it didn't really do anything, and I don't know. And some of them they want money for, and I'm like,
you have to be careful of the scam.
Yeah, and I'm scared to like. It's like I don't want to put money into something unless I know for sure I'm going to get money out, because every dollar to me is precious. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, absolutely.
That's why when people hand me change, I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Hand me whatever. Even if you came by and gave me a quarter, I'd probably be happy, because at the end of the night, it all adds up and it may go to. Like sometimes I go take my money that you guys give me and I put it in my Cash App so I can pay for a hotel room with a credit card. I go on one of them discount websites and book.
Did you eat this morning?
I did. I had 2 rolls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, Ashley, it's definitely
Hard.
a blessing that I caught back up with you, and it's hard, but it's only hard as you allow it to be.
Yeah.
You have to keep your best foot forward and keep pushing.
And some days I get discouraged. I do cry out here sometimes.
Yeah, it's okay. We're human. But my concern is you being out here, knowing that, you know, you have all kind of weirdos out here. As you said, you're a female, and the likelihood of something happening to you out here is greater than anything else, you know? So that's a concern. And, you know, housing, we know housing is a crisis in the city here.
Yeah.
And Action Matters is actually, you know, trying to be a part of that change. So, you know, as you know, everything takes time.
Yeah.
You know, everything takes time. But so what's the plan moving forward? What do you plan to do from today? Speaking about today.
Today, I'm gonna try to stand out here and try to make some money, get a room, and then go back and, you know.
What's the goal? How much you money trying to make?
Well, I mean, a hotel room usually $60 to $70, so I try to make around that, you know, and then I try to make a couple extra dollars so that I can get to the room, you know, because I try to use like. A lot of times I'll be out here at like 9 o'clock at night, I'm not gonna lie, and I have to Uber out of here, so I need like $8 to Uber over to the roadway in, and then, you know, and maybe some food. If I don't make food, I'm okay with that. That's just because people usually give me food, but you know, whatever.
So
I'm trying to keep my head focused and just, you know, live through. I take it day to day, you know what I mean?
Day by day.
Yeah.
But you got to keep your best foot forward, you know?
It's hard. And, you know, I've had times when I didn't even have $1 left to, like, get on the bus or anything. And, like, you know, sometimes the bus drivers were really dicks about it. Like, they wouldn't let me on the bus. And I'm like, what the? Like, I don't have any money. Like, I'm sorry.
So, your daughter, how old is your oldest daughter again?
18. She's at college. Yeah. And my other daughter, the one that just had the baby, I went to see yesterday. They called me. I had to triple. She's 17.
Well, I want to ask you something about the 18-year-old.
Yeah.
Again, we asked this question previously, but we want to ask it again. How would you feel if she was to see this video on YouTube?
I might just feel ashamed. I don't want her to ever live like I do. I told her, you know, and I yell at my dad sometimes. I'm like,
give me some emotions. You said shame. What else? How else you think you would feel? Or she
sad.
Would feel? Sad.
That she knows that I'm struggling to help her. I try to never let her know that you know, when she asks me for money, I try not to let her know that it's hurting me. You know what I mean? Like.
So she don't know you're out here.
So I mean, I try to keep it.
But she don't know.
She knows a little bit, like I struggle, but she doesn't know a lot about what goes on out here.
She's a young lady now. That's a conversation that you can possibly have with her. She's 18. You know,
trying to keep it from her. And like I told my dad, I was like, I never let my daughter come out here. You know what I mean? Before I'd ever her call me and say that she doesn't have any money, I give her the money for the room over me. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I'd ever do this, like, or let her go through what I go through out here. I want better for them. I want them to have way better. You know, I instill in her. You know, she got pregnant. I said, this isn't the end of the road. I don't want you to feel like that. Go. Continue on. Don't have it. And I'm really proud of her. I think I'm making progress. Like, she keeps telling her boyfriend she doesn't want to have sex anymore, like, until they're married, and she's really taking steps that I've seen that have grown. You know what I mean?
To talk to her.
Yeah.
That's your baby girl. She's a young lady.
I talked to her because I was like, when I was 16, I thought I was trapped, and then I just fell in line, and I, you know, quit college, and I just, you know, acted like the guy was the most important thing. And I told her, you know, and I see her not doing that now, and she's looking at me and like, wow, I don't want to end up like that. I want to be different, you know. So that's great.
Absolutely. So on that note, to her generation, because to her generation, what can you say to them?
I
can
would
help them
stay in
stay
school
out of this
and
situation.
don't commit crimes just because you think you're young and you think you can get away with it and it's fun. It's not fun, you know. I thought it was fun when I was younger, you know. When I turned 18, I let people talk me in a lot of things. You know, you got to prioritize, because I'm telling you right now, you're messing up your life. Even if it only seems like one thing, it all adds up and you're messing things up. That's what happened to me. Like, I let my boyfriend talk me into things, and I did a lot of crazy things that, you know, and I'm not saying he held a bullet to my head, but I made wrong choices, and every wrong choice leads to a dead end eventually, and that's where I'm at right now. So, and choices have consequences. That's the best thing I can instill in you, is choices have consequences, and I've learned that the hard way, and I just want to, like, tell you right now, choices have consequences. Even if it's not an immediate consequence, it has a long-term consequence.
On that note, choices has consequences.
Yeah.
Wow. So Ashley, if somebody wanted to help, donate, or support your cause, how could they get in contact with you?
I do have Cash App. It's AshTrayer35, where I'm out here pretty much, you know, pretty frequently. So you can stop by, even if they just say hi, you know. And
what's the Cash App again?
It's Ash, ASH, TRAYER 35.
All right. So Ashley, as always, it's a blessing. We'll talk for a minute, but ultimately, I want you to be safe.
Thank you.
Stay connected with the kids.
Yeah.
And protect yourself out here.
Yeah.
This is Action Matters.
All right.
We're signing off.
Thank you.
Ash. All right, Ash.
Thank you.